Hi families, my name is Holly Compton and I'm the district math coach for grades TK to 6 in Manhattan Beach. And I'm going to do a division story problem with your kindergartner today. Call me crazy, but I'm not. They can totally divide because they know how to share. And if you think about fair sharing or sharing with friends, it is division. So we're going to do that today. First, I'm going to start with a little game called Flash. So I'm going to flash an image really quickly. I'm going to start with this. So they are familiar with a 10 frame. So most of them know when you fill this whole thing in, it's worth 10. And many of them know half of it is 5. So I'm going to show the image quickly, and I'm going to put it down, and I'm going to show it again, and I'm going to put it down. And then I'll ask how many dots there were and how the children saw them. And perhaps they'll say 15, maybe they'll say 20. They may get things wrong, but that's okay. We're going to work on through it. So I'm going to guess that some kids will say you could move these 5 up here and have a full 10 frame and then 5 more. Or excuse me, these 5 up here have a full 10 frame and then 5 more there. So maybe they'll know 10 plus 5 is 15. Or maybe they might look at it as 5 plus 5 plus 5. And then I'll do a few more with them. After that, we're going to do a story problem, watermelon. Emily went to the beach with her family. They picked watermelon for a snack. There were slices of watermelon and people. How many slices of watermelon does each person get? All right, so they should be able to imagine this, and you don't have to tell them it's division because they know how to share, right? And we are not going to set this up like long division, right? Like a 6th grader might do. We're not doing that. We're just going to let them figure things out. So they might have tools like using little cubes. See, grab my math tools. So they might get these out, and maybe they'll say, all right, I have 8 cubes, so this is 8 cubes. And then there are 4 people. Well, they might say, okay, one person gets 2 and 2 and 2. But they'll probably even start with passing out 1 for you and 1 for you and 1 for you and 1 for you. You know how kids are, right? So then they'll probably need some sort of tool. So whatever the first number is, here's 8, here's 20, and here's, this one will be for kids that probably don't need a tool, that know some advanced math strategies. So we're going to go probably with these first 2 with kids who are just thinking about fair share for the beginning and having little tools for them to use. It doesn't matter if it's these, or you can even grab crayons and markers, anything. Like these could be tools too. So have them have tools for this story so that they can solve it. All right, time to go get those kids. I'll see you back here in just a second. Hey kids, it's Mrs. Compton, and we're going to play a really fun game called Flash. And this game is called Flash because it happens in a flash. So it's going to be really fast. I'm going to show you a picture real quick, and your job is to figure out how many dots you see and how you know how many dots there are. This should be a challenge. It should stretch your brain. So I hope that you say, that was hard, but it was fun too. All right, are you ready? Here we go. It's going to come on my iPad. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to show it to you again. Ready? Okay. How many dots did you see, and how did you see them? All right, I'm going to take some guesses. I'm going to guess that some of you said there were 20 dots. And I'm going to guess that some of you said there were 15 dots. And I'm going to guess some of you said there were 10 dots. All right, let's check it out. I'm going to draw the dots in, and we will find out how many dots there actually were. Okay, let's check it out. So the first row looked like this. How many dots is that? Let's count them. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, maybe you already knew it was 5 because you knew this whole thing was a 10 frame, and half of 10 is, say it, 5. You already knew that, right? Okay, so then maybe you realized, oh boy, there were Not 1, not 2, but 3 groups of 5. And maybe you thought to yourself, okay, if I have 3 groups of 5, that would be like a hand. Ooh, I have an idea. It would be like 1 hand because that's 5, and then another hand because that's another 5, and then maybe you used your toes. Did anybody use their toes? Okay, so that would be 5, 10, and then 5 more than 10 is 15. So let's count those. Ready? 5, 10, 15. So 15 dots were shared in 3 groups, and each group got 5 dots. Okay, I've got another one for you. Are you ready for it? Let's see. While you get your brains ready, I'm going to get my dots erased because I feel like we got to go. We got to have some time for our blinks to get out there, for our brains to get ready, because this should be a stretch. Remember, we want our brains to stretch. We want things to be hard. All right, here we go. Ready? Here it comes. Ready? Okay, how many dots do you see? How did you see them? Okay, I have to guess because you're not here, but I want to know if I guess your answer or what you did for your strategy. So will you tell me in the comments if I got your strategy? Okay, here we go. Let me get the dots in there. So this is what each group looked like. Like that. Okay, so, ooh, that one kind of looks like a heart. Let me turn that into a circle. All right, so let's see. I'm gonna guess you thought about this as 1, 2, 3. Can you tell me if you thought about it as 1, 2, 3? Raise your hand if you did. Okay, so maybe you thought about it as 3 and 3 and 3 and 3, and then you were like, oh, it's kind of hard to count. That's kind of what I did. And I thought to myself, I'm going to try a different way. And then I looked and I was like, ooh, I know I could think about them as 2 and 2 and 2, and then do it again. Did anybody think about them as groups of 2? If you did, let's count them out. Ready? We're going to count by 2s if you can. If you can't, you're going to listen and count along after you listen. Here we go. 2, 4, 6. We just found out there were 6 in here. Ready? Count them again. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Ooh, we just got to 10. And you know what I just realized? That these 4 were open and these 4 right here made us land on 10. So we could have thought about moving these 4 to make 10. I don't know. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And then there's 2 more. So that would make 12. Or maybe you just thought about, well, I could move 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 right there, and 2 would be left, and I would have a 10 and a 2, and that would make 12. You guys, there's so many ways to think about this, right? Okay, so let's check out our story today. Are you ready to say hello to somebody special? I hope you are. I actually got to meet this person and I was so excited to see her. I got to meet her and her mom and her dog. So we're going to say hello to Emily from Mrs. Jones's class. Hi, Mrs. Jones's class at Meadows. I'm so happy to see you here. And hi, Emily. It was nice to meet you. All right, so we are going to check out our story today. And our story is about the best snack in the world at the beach, if your name is Mrs. Compton. This is my favorite snack at the beach, and I bet you love it too. So it's all about watermelon. Here it is. All right. See that? That's a compound word. There's water and melon. So those are each words and we put them together. It says watermelon. Read it with me. Watermelon. Emily went to the beach with her family. They packed watermelon for a snack. There were slices of watermelon and people. How many slices of watermelon does each person get? Okay, so let's think about that for a second. Emily went to the beach with her family. Okay, that's easy. We can all imagine going to the beach, right? Okay, next part. Can you imagine eating watermelon at the beach? If you're me, definitely. Okay, now imagine there's a watermelon war going on and you're like, but I want all the watermelon. And your family's like, but we want some too. So you have to share, right? And we have to share fairly. So we're going to think about if there were slices of watermelon and people, what would be the fair amount for each person to get? All right. Shall we check out our number sets? Let's do it. Okay, so we might choose as our just right number set 8 and 4, or we might choose 20 and 4. Or if you're feeling like you have a great strategy for the first one and the second one, then you can choose the third one. The thing is, if you choose 41 and 4, you should have a rock solid strategy, something that's super good for the first 2 number sets. Okay, promise me. All right, so we're going to try out reading this with 20 and 4. All right, you can either listen or read back with me, okay? Here we go. Emily went to the beach with her family. They packed watermelon for a snack. There were 20 slices of watermelon, yes, and 4 people. How many slices of watermelon does each person get? All right, kids, I hope you don't buy up all the watermelon at the grocery stores this summer because I will be eating watermelon in Manhattan Beach. I'll see you there. Bye.